Hi guys, it's time for day 4 of Unit 6, Week 1, and you know the drill. We're going to start by recording or reviewing our sounds. So here we go. T, top, t. C-H, chin, sh. G, game, g. E, ed, e. C-K, suck, k. M, man, m. Okay, and now we're going to review our words of the day. So we're going to see a word, tap a word, and go through the list at the end. I'm going to ask you some questions. So here we go. Look at your word. We're going to tap in 3, 2, 1. Tap with me. Ch-I-L, chill. Next word. Ooh, see that sneaky S at the end there? Okay, think about how you tap your suffixes. Here we go. Tap with me. Job, job, jobs. Look at that word. There's something to look at. That A-M. Tap with me. Am, ham. Did you glue your 2 fingers together for that A-M glued sound? Let's do it again. Let's make sure we glue our fingers. Am, ham. Good job. Here we go. Shut. It, quit. Ick, thick. Ill, fill. Ick, quick. Ix, fix. Oh, check out that A-L-L. We know that's a glue sound, so we're going to have to glue some fingers together. Here we go. All, call. And if you look, A-L-L is 3 letters. So I glued my last 3 fingers together. You can look at me to see that. All, call. Much. Oh, okay, we're going to go back. I said I was going to ask you some questions. So, detective first graders, you're on the job. Detective first graders, I want you to see how many words you can find that have glued sounds in them. Show me on your hands. How many have glued sounds? I hope you're holding up a 2, 2, 2 because I have ham and I have call. So my 2 glued sounds are my A-M and my A-L-L. Okay, detective first graders, your new assignment. Find the words that have buddy letters. Buddy letters. Okay, so hopefully you have a 2 up in the air again because my buddy letters are these Q-U's. And so I see quit has a buddy letter, and I also see quick has a buddy letter. So there's 2 buddy letter words. Okay, one more job, my detective first graders, one more. How many words have a diagraph in them? Okay, you should have a whole hand up. You should have 5. We have 5 words with diagraphs. So my first one I see is ch and chill. And then if I keep looking, I'm going to come down here to shut. I'm going to move over that row to my third one. That's thick. And that one has 2, right? T-H and C-K. Thick. I keep moving until I find quick. And even though we said that Q-U is a buddy letter, if I look at the end of the word, I see my diagraph C-K. So that's 4. I have 1 more to find, and I'm going to go straight down to much. And again, that C-H at the end of the word is my diagraph. Awesome job. Hey, first graders, you now need to have paper or a whiteboard, something to write with and on. Go ahead and pause the video until you find your paper. Okay, now that you have something to write with, we are going to do some sounds first. So I'm going to say a sound, and you're going to build that sound. Now remember, sometimes I might just put one letter up. Remember, sometimes I might need you to write two letters. Let's say it's a digraph or one of my glute sounds. So make sure that you think all the way through. First graders, the first thing I need you to do is show me all of the ways that you know how to say k. There's more than one. So find all the ways that you know how to say k. Pause the video if you need time to write. Okay, first graders, there are 3 different ways to say k. My first way is like in cat, I have a C. My second way is like kite, I have a K. And my last one is like sock. At the end of a word, I'm going to put my digraph CK. So you have 3 different ways. Okay, wipe your boards, I'm going to clear my cards. I need you to show me the 2 ways to say Z. There are 2 different ways. Think hard, think about what we've been learning this week. Z. Okay, I'm going to put up a Z because I know Z, zebra, Z. I'm also going to put a suffix frame up. Now, you don't have your suffix frames at home, so if you just wrote another S, that's okay. But the reason I'm going to use my tiles for my suffix frame is because S says Z only when it's a suffix. But if you wrote S knowing, well, it's the suffix S, that's fine too. All right, clear your board. Last sound. I need you to show me how we say an. And look at my mouth when I say that. An. Show me an. Okay, first graders, for an, you should have put A-N. And the reason I told you to look at my mouth is because sometimes we get these 2 tiles mixed up, right? We get A-N and A-N. But I know that it's an because my last sound, my mouth is open. Watch Mrs. Berry. An. If it were this other card, if it were am, look at how my mouth ends. Am. Together. So the fact that I saw my mouth is open, and tells me it's going to be this N. Awesome job. We are now going to do words. And so remember, I say a word. You repeat the word. We tap it. And then you get to pause and build your word. Okay? Your first word, off. What's the word? Off. Tap it. Off. Off. Pause the video and build your word. Okay, let's build off. So my first sound I see is off, or I hear. Oops, the first sound I hear is ah, so I put an O. The second sound I tapped was S. And now you're probably looking at this word saying, Mrs. Berry, that looks funny because that's not off, that's up. And you're right. I have to think back to those bonus letters to finish this word. Because the O says ah, I have to have 2 S at the end because that's part of my floss rule, F, L, and S. So I'm going to drag another F up there. Now it's not of, now it's off. Let's remember to mark up our letters. I know that this is a bonus letter. We just talked about that. So I'm going to star my bonus letter. And the reason why I had to put that bonus letter up there was because this vowel is short. It says ah. And to mark my short vowels up, I put a brief. Awesome job. Let's do another one. Your next word is dads. Say that word. Dads. And if you heard at the end a z, because it's a suffix. So let's tap our suffix. Let's tap dads. D, a, d, z. Dad, dads. Okay, pause the video and build your word. Okay, checking back in, let's make dads with my tiles. For D, you should have put a D. And make sure that you have a D and not a B. And I remember my D's because I have a donut. I have that first circle. And then a door. Okay? D, a. You're going to put an A. D, another D again. And for my Z sound, I'm not going to use the C. I'm going to use my suffix frame. Let's see how we mark this word up. The first thing I need to do, I hear my A and it says ah, which is short, so it gets a breathe. And now I get to mark up my word for my suffix. And if you remember, there's three steps to doing a suffix. The first thing is find your base word. So your base word is the word without a suffix. So I cover up my suffix. I'm going to use my pencil to cover it up. That leaves me with d, a, d, dad. So I'm going to underline d, a, d, dad. Next step is to circle my suffix. And my last step, I'm going to decide if it's a or a z sound. When I say dad, I hear the z at the end. And so I'm going to put a z with 2 lines above my suffix. And that just tells me that suffix says z. Awesome job. Okay, one more word. I want you to do paths. I'm going to say that really slow so you hear all the sounds. Paths. Let's tap it. A. Path. Paths. Okay, pause your video and build your word, please. Okay, we're working on the word paths. Help me out with this. The first sound we tapped was P. So I'm going to find my P. A is my vowel A. Is a digraph. Think about that one. It's going to be TH. And then I hid that last sound behind my back because it's a suffix. I don't have one path. I have 3 paths I can choose from. So I'm going to add my suffix S. Alright, and then when I mark up my word, I'm going to check. I do see a digraph right there at the end of my base word. So I'm going to underline my digraph. Now I get to mark up my base word. If I cover up my suffix, I'm left with the word path. That's your base word. So underline it underneath that digraph line. Circle your suffix. And then tell me, does it say or z? It says paths. So above my suffix, I'm going to write an S with 2 lines. Good job. All right, friends, that's all for today. I will see you tomorrow.